Hi guys, welcome back to Cannock Paranormal Investigations. I hope you're well. Hope you've had a great week. And yeah, so what have I got coming up today? Well, last week, in fact, it was April the 30th, Saturday. We a few of us joined up with a big group called BUFOG, which is the Birmingham UFO group, and they were conducting a Skywatch. It was a really nice event. They were really cool people, and we found an area which is not too far from the German cemetery. A lovely little field. It was quite a warm night as well, which helped, and it was dry for the most part. It did start to rain towards the end, so the temperatures were really nice. I think it was about 14 degrees. But anyway, after we kind of made introductions, a small group of us, we peeled off. But I say small group, there was like, how many groups? There was 4 of us. We peeled off and we decided to go and investigate an area of interest. I won't say too much about this area of interest because it's still under investigation, but it's an area behind the German cemetery and a little way down the hill. So it's pretty much out in the open, and that's all I really kind of have to say on that. But yeah, so we went to investigate this area and took a nice walk down. I stopped to make a couple of videos, which you'll see. I want to stop to make at least one video. I always like to kind of hang back sometimes, even though it's quite dark. I'm on my own, and it can be a little bit unnerving, especially if you hear no movement or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I could still see the guys in the distance though, and it was downhill anyway, so I'm sure I could have hobbled very fast after him. So yeah, when I did eventually catch up with the guys, I was trying to get my actually trying to get my camcorder working, which was really annoying, and I couldn't set it up properly. So by the time I got down to the guys, I was still fiddling about with it. I think there's something to do with the SD card, to be fair. I managed to get the SD card formatted in the end, but these are like little technical errors that I should have maybe ironed out before I went. I didn't think it'd be a problem. Never had a problem like that before. But yeah, we were down there. We were talking about the phenomena, the connection between the German cemetery and werewolves and stuff like that. It was a general chit chat about why people may be have seen these strange cryptids in the area, also UFO activity. But then as we were talking, my meter spiked. Now, seriously, my meter has only ever really spiked a couple of times in the past. The one that I've actually got on video from down the slope beyond Castle Ring by the £1 million house. So yeah, the meter I use is a trifold. You probably can't make out it properly because the writing's in reverse as I'm using the webcam on the laptop. But yeah, that says Trifield natural EM meter. So and it's been really what would I say, reliable for going off. It's not sensitive at all. So I usually do the test with the phones. Put phones next to it. Certain phones will trigger it more than others, but generally it doesn't go off unless it's about an inch away from a phone. So I was holding it in my hand for quite a while and I wasn't moving. I'm quite good at actually holding stuff if I'm stationary, I can hold stuff for ages and not realise I'm still kind of holding it. And I don't tend to kind of wave stuff around, so it's great. I mean, you'll probably see from videos, a lot of my videos are shaky cam jobs because I'm really, the only reason for that is that I'm looking maybe not to break my ankles, and it's always to do with me traipsing through the middle of forests and stuff like that. So yeah, so that went off, and then I managed to get the camcorder working, and I kind of filmed from there on in. So hopefully I'm going to get that video up now, and Yeah, and you can watch that, and then I'll talk to you at the end. So I've got my headphones on, and I haven't really watched any of these videos. I've basically just spliced them together. The first video you see, I think I'm just using my phone and a torch, and I kind of like create this little bit of a weird effect because I'm trying to shine a torch on my face whilst looking around and stuff. Didn't really do it for any particular reason, just to illuminate myself a little bit better. Well, the rest of the equipment I'd actually left with the other guys as I stayed at the top of the hill. I didn't want to kind of fall over going down the hill with like loads of stuff in my hands. So yeah, without further ado, this is the first time I'm watching this along with you. So if it's bits, I'll turn the volume up maybe. Hi guys, welcome back to Cannock Chase Paranormal. I'm up on the hill at the moment. The rest of the guys have gone on, and I'm just making this really kind of creepy video because I've had to stop. I've stopped behind for a little bit, so I'm in the dark. So I don't know if you can. Yeah, it's pretty dark here, and around about this area is where there's been sightings of a puma, and I think there's some pictures somewhere on the internet there. And I remember we came up here once and I felt like we were being followed, and I pretty much walked all the way through that forest, pretty much walked all the way through there without yeah, I walked through there backwards basically. It's not dark, but it's starting to get like it's quite an overcast night. It's quite warm actually, so which is one good thing. There's a few gnats about, but I keep thinking there's something behind me. I really ought to catch up with the rest of the guys. Basically, I'm actually up here with a group called Bufog, and they're carrying out a Skywatch, which is fascinating. I've never been out with a group like that before. There's probably about 25 of them, and although I'm not going to film them, it's just really kind of interesting. It seems quite a cool bunch as well. But we've peeled off because we had another mission to accomplish, and there's an area that we want to get to where a couple had an experience of like missing time. So I'm gonna get down there anyway, and I might make another video. I'm trying to get my cam working, but all the equipment's with my friends at the moment. So I'll speak to you in a bit. It's quite, yeah, a little bit.
We're in an area, Gal, called Great Fox Lane.
Oh yeah.
And when we were over there, and that thing growled, and someone went, "Ah!" like it had been attacked. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well that was really interesting because that was the night when we went up, did the route, we went up there. Now I think it was Lisa, Jason, and a few others were ahead, and they said they heard something growl.
Yeah.
Then obviously we caught up with them. When we got to the top, came back down, and that's when we heard it was like a deer being attacked, like a young deer. Is it? No, I don't know of many things. I mean, unless it's Marty's mutant hare.
Yeah. And you know,
The mutant hare attacking a deer.
probably. It was like when there was you, Harry, me, and what was the name? And we came down, and there was that, and then and then we was when just as I was talking about Pigman, and we went back up, and Martin and all them arrived.
Yeah.
We told them what happened. We got down here, and what happened again?
It did exactly.
It did exactly the same thing.
I've never known a night like that. I mean, but then the week before, we we went this way, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I was walking backwards through those woods because I was convinced something was following me, and it was just instinctual to actually want to be facing something rather than having my back to a dangerous animal. That's why, you know, in the Serengeti they wear, I don't know if it's they wear face masks on the back of their heads, so that animals would be fooled into thinking that they're looking at the animal, and less likely to jump them from behind.
That's the reason the Gloucesters had a badge on the front of the berry and on the back of the berry, so they would never be accused of retreating. You know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. If you look at a Gloucester's berry, what used to be the Gloucesters, they had a badge on the front, Gloucester's badge, and another badge on the back, a smaller one, and that would show the Gloucesters never retreated, but that was to say that they weren't retreating, they were just moving back. Because the Gloucesters got wiped out in the Korean War, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I was just going to say that. They put a...
Out of 1,000 men, 400 came out of it.
They put a
Something like that.
distance against the Chinese and the Koreans.
But that's the reason why for their history, they had two badges, one at the front, one at the back, because they never ever retreated, and that's how they could say.
Can we have a
We
one
never
back up?
retreated.
Yeah, sure.
We're going up this route. Go back up and follow that one's an easier route. Yeah, I just want to go back up. Because I think rain's going to call play off. Hang on, I'm just going to have a bit of a check here.
It's got me. That was weird, that meter going off, you know.
Yeah, that was just random, that was. Talking about taxes and stuff like that.
And that's weird. That's the second time it's ever really done it like that.
I've never touched one.
Yeah, when I did that massive walk back in March, I was walking up this hill and I was like literally thinking, oh God, when am I going to get to the top? I was like absolutely knackered. But I wish I'd known where the actual spot was, because I would have stopped and done my meter there. I actually did a video when I went down to Castle Ring the other week.
Oh yeah.
When I went down to the Bigfoot Trail.
Oh, brilliant.
I was calling out to the forest if there's anything there to come and do something. It's a bit unwise, really. This is a good test for you, Skim. You're doing brilliant. It's me that needs towing. What was that? Something. Just heard a rock throw. Yep.
It's over here somewhere, wasn't it?
Yep.
Quite a thud that was, wasn't it? Oh, there's something dropped out of the tree.
It doesn't look like the kind of tree it has.
No.
That was a proper thud. That was a sizable, bigger than a pebble.
Where did it come from?
Don't know. Just heard just there. So I'm just going to pause it there a second, because I want to go back and have another listen to that. You can actually hear it quite faintly, unfortunately, but there's a definite pop, and I just want to see exactly where that was. So I'm just going to take that back 2 seconds. I'll turn the volume up as well. And I'll pause it straight after because I'm that out of breath that you can actually hear. And I've still got this. I still had a slightly bad chest at that point and throat, so I sound really guttural. But so I'm going to just take that back again. I'll have a listen. Yeah, you could just hear it right there. So let's have another listen to it. Yeah, definitely. And it did sound like it was quite a sizable chunk of rock. I wouldn't say it was a pebble. It was definitely a rock, the kind that you could probably fit in your hand and throw it over. Let's just have another listen to it. Yeah, you could just hear boop, boop as it lands. You know, guys, have a listen to that and tell me if you can hear it as well. So let me just drop that volume back down.
It's over here somewhere, wasn't it?
Yep.
Quite a thud that was, wasn't it? Oh, there's something dropped out of the tree.
It doesn't look like the kind of tree it has.
Yeah.
That was a proper thud. That was a sizable, bigger than a pebble.
Where did it come from?
Don't know. Just heard poof, just there.
When I was down there, I heard that.
I heard something, yeah.
Yep.
I heard some of it.
I heard it, and it sounded like it was coming from there.
That caused a thump. Can't see anything, but
What are these trees? Are these trees that come from?
I don't think it is it?
You said you hadn't come to that one.
Yeah, that
I
was
was going to say
definitely,
it was a bloody big conker.
that was the same as what landed in the forest when we went up that trail the one night.
Yeah?
Poof.
Yeah.
Yeah, some that's what I just said.
Raining, guys.
Yeah, all right. Let's continue.
But have you noticed when you start talking about the place?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan. You get like, what's the word I'm looking for?
You can take this side.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, just take it nice and slowly,
Yeah.
and see if anything wants to kind of catch us up and.
Well, it was either something dropping, or it was another one of those ground thuds we've had. It was a very similar one, isn't it?
Yeah. That felt like something had just kind of like lobbed a small
Rock.
maybe about that big, yeah.
Yeah. And have you noticed it's always when you're walking away?
Yeah.
So we don't want to walk away, do we?
That's them looking at us. I can see our lights.
Alright.
And they just get me up.
So that was really eventful.
Yeah?
No, maybe it was a 3 foot having a dump.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's not the first time something like that's happened.
And it was a hefty bump. I mean, it was like this, wasn't it?
How'd you feel, Kim?
Fine. Yeah.
I mean, back a little while back.
Huh?
What did you hear? I just feel like something's following us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one to jump to conclusions, but that's twice now. There's twice that I've been here in the dark, walking away, and the feeling that we've been followed out, no, shepherded out, maybe.
Yeah. And is it when we were that graveyard down outside usually?
Gal.
Yeah. And we were in the charnel house and there was a rock zone, boom. And someone forced us out of the graveyard there. I said to everybody when I was outside the gate, I said, guys, do you realise we've walked outside the gate? Why? And there was definitely something coming through the underground, but we couldn't see anything.
I've just heard something. I've just heard something over here. Literally just to my right. Just heard something over here. Just something's walking through here. Right, I'm going this way. My feet are suddenly getting a bit more haste.
Huh?
Yeah, she's quite. I don't need to get spooked.
Don't get spooked, that's when I always tell that people, because then they start running all over the place and falling over
Yeah.
and running into a tree. Especially with these things, you know, I'll add this tonight to my database. You know, I'm going to possibly something down that to put some. Possibly.
I mean, I might have it on it because I've got it on record. And it's
What, when there was a thump?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Whether it picked it up or not.
Brilliant.
I had. I mean, it's really weird because I had when I went to Birch's Valley that one night.
Yeah.
There was me, Martin, and these three girls.
Yeah.
And we walked up to. There's a little bit. It's like almost like where it comes out into the open from the trees. It's like a triangle, just open space or quadrangle.
Yeah.
And it's got these funny like trees which have obviously been grown in a certain formation because they've got like these sort of tunnels through them. Before we got there, a rock flew out of solid bush onto the path. And I swear I had it on film for months.
I think there's a light down there, Joe.
And
They're
then,
over here, guys. They should be over here.
yeah, I can see that.
I've just seen a light.
To down there.
Is there look, there's somebody down there.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
But yeah, no, I don't think there's anybody thrown that.
No, I think that was stuffed up there.
That would have taken a lot of.
Yeah.
There's somebody on a bicycle.
I think there's 2 or 3 people down there. This should bring us out onto the path by where we're going. The cab guys are over here.
Oh right, so yeah.
Over there. I think they're over here. So we need to go back and cut through.
Yeah. You have to check out those videos I posted in there.
Yeah, I will, definitely.
They're only like short little segments of broken. Well, I didn't actually need to break them down because I was turning this thing on and off all the time. The Castle Ring, when I went up my floor, time exploration. Basically, just ended up going exactly the same route as we came back that one night with Paul. So the next short video, again with my phone, was after I disappeared off into the woods just by myself. I left the camp with my friends, it's interesting actually because I didn't really. Wasn't too far away from the camp anyway, but I went into the woods far enough that it's amazing how quickly the sound of other people disappears. So yeah, this next little video is just of me in the woods by myself again. Alright guys, so the fuck was that? Sorry for the swearing. I'm in the forest by myself and I've literally just heard something hit a tree. I mean, we've had a really interesting night. We had a rock thrown at us. We've had a rock thrown at us, and I've just heard what I thought was a wood knock. I mean, there's lots of us around on this Skywatch thing, so. But this was literally just not too far away from where I'm stood now, and yeah, and it was like around about these woods where I can hear something really, really faint. I'm looking to see if I can pick up a if I can pick up a shit. Just heard something again. I'm actually looking for eye shine. So if I can pick up anything with like green eye shine, then I'm confident that it's a deer. But sorry, there's some people coming over now. So yeah, so I won't be alone long. I actually begin to get a little bit nervous. If you can sort of see, it's not. It's just. So yeah, just to reiterate, just now I heard something hit a tree. Give it a good whack, just down here. I'm not even aware of anything like that around this area. I mean, there's a few more people around now, a few people from the Skywatch coming back, but This is really interesting. I don't know what this kind of weird structure is here. That someone's been gathering like fern and like piling it up. Okay, I'm backing out of here now. I can hear movement, but it's not our guys. It's generally coming from inside the woods. Okay. Right. I hope nothing comes out and rushes me, because alright, I'm going to sign off now. So yeah, that was all I got to film really on that night. The rain did start to kind of fall shortly after we got back to camp. I did have a quick scan of the surrounding woods from where we were. Basically use this piece of equipment. It's actually quite a chunky piece of equipment. It's a I can't remember what it's called now. It's I mean, it is a night scope. It's digital. You can see that digital night vision. I don't know what's happened with this video. It's actually inverted, which is brilliant, because I can actually see what's written on my tops now, and yeah, that's the it's actually showing up right now. That's great. So yeah, I used a night scope just to kind of check out the basically the woods from where I was sat. It creeped me out a little bit because I could definitely hear noise. I couldn't see any eye shine, so maybe it was an animal's of some description. There are several types of deer. I mean, muntjac are really, really small, and then you've got slightly bigger deer. Yeah, I mean, usually I can see the eye shine, and if the eye shine had come back as green, then I know it's good. We have had yellow eyes before, which isn't so great, and we haven't yet had a pair of red eyes, which would be very interesting indeed. But all in all, it was a good night. There were a great bunch of people, the Buford guys, a lot of people there. Some brought their family with them, and that was really nice to see. And he felt really chilled out. They were doing lots of stuff for. They had even had like a little sale thing going on, and they had a raffle. They were a really cool bunch. And what was really interesting for us was that going down to this area of interest, where I think a couple had an experience. I don't know the full details because I wanted to go to the area and just explore the possibilities of what could have gone on, and that's when we got the meter activity. And then 100 meters up the slope, we got a rock that was thrown. I paused it a couple of times. It's worth going back and forth and having a listen to that, and to see what you think. Yeah, I mean, I'm really out of shape at the moment. On top of being really out of shape, I mean, I put on about four stone over the last 3 or 4 years, and it does kind of show when I'm walking through forest and up these hills how knackered I get. I'm quite a determined person, so I generally I'll reach the top. But on top of that, I've had a virus. Now it could have been, COVID. I'm not sure, but it's really kind of affected my throat and my chest. So I do apologise if like I come across as a bit sort of like I'm shouting down a thing. It's just I wasn't able. I feel a lot better now actually. I haven't had the itching in my neck and my chest that I had last weekend, and for the previous 2 or 3 weekends of that. So hopefully I'm on the mend properly now, and yeah, I'm definitely looking to get fitter as well, because I kind of struggled a bit on that one. It doesn't really help when I'm trying to listen to stuff, or I'm trying to comment on something that the group's just seen, that I kind of, my breathing's that bad that I kind of end up like shouting it out. That's not great to listen to or watch. So I'm gonna try and improve on my health for my health's sake, and hopefully that will improve the videos too. I'm really looking forward to going back there. We're definitely going back to this area. and we're going to do a proper investigation, I think. Definitely got some prospects. So yeah, till next time, guys, take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll have a video soon. I might have a preview video or something to the next investigation, which is on the 21st of May. That's at our undisclosed Black Country location. I'll do a quick preview video of that, just to basically essentially say what we're going to try, and also a member of the group who doesn't often come along, he's going to try some meditative stuff. I'm not really he gave me the name of it, I'm not kind of entirely sure, but I'm going to research it, and I'll have a quick chat with you about that as well. So yeah, till next time, take care of yourselves, have a great week.